Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. I don't take this for granted. Shout out to the NTZ crew. That's Michael Beecher Live. Yeah, the sun is out here too, man. I just came off my walk, got out of the shower. I'm feeling good. I know Jacob Tanjay will be on here. There he is. What's up, brother? All my fourth quarter members, man. We're going to have a fourth quarter live stream in the morning. I want to apologize, man. I've been lacking on that. I don't know what my problem is. I know I always give y'all the videos first, but it's time that we need to do more live streams. What's up, Jeff Retired? I know you having fun in Cebu. I love LaChan. What's up, Raymond? Ray. Sheldon said, I'll be there. 50 days, man. That 50 days is going to go by so fast. What's up, Angelo Habib? Congratulations, man, on your engagement. I've met his fiance, man. She's a beautiful young lady, smart, intelligent. What's up, all my fourth quarter members, all my old heads. Thank y'all for all the years y'all been around. That's Doubtful Genius. Appreciate all the support. Any new viewers and subscribers, we got a lot of them. Welcome. Anybody catching this on live stream, on replay. No, you're part of the fourth quarter. That's what I call my members only, Angelo, the fourth quarter. What's up, everybody? Yeah. The peso is 61.69. It's holding steady. What's up, Confident Voice Speaks? You still in boots on the ground in the Philippines? W Secrets of Success, what's up? Yeah, that 6169 is good, man. I'm doing the last project for right now on our house. I'm doing the artificial turf out there. That grass we bought, man, I believe I got scammed. It wasn't grass. It didn't last. Hey, what's up, man? He said, Cal, Greensboro, North Carolina. Yeah, my son's in Raleigh. I'm going to have to go see him, too. He's getting so big. But we always have a topic, how to revive your retirement in life. And yesterday I did the how to ruin your retirement in life. This time I'm going to flip it upside down. We're going to talk about some stuff. But I want to say this before I even get started. This is my perception. It's certainly the video I released today. It's my perception and then mixed in with opinion, man. They're different. And I wrote it down because I didn't want to get this messed up. But perception is just based on your interpretation. You might hear a dog bark and now you got to interpret, okay, is this a warning? Am I ready to get attacked or is it a call for attention? You understand? Or, because your perception is through your senses. You can touch something, a rough surface, and know it's not a smooth surface. You understand? Opinion is based on belief. Judgment, belief, may or may not be based on facts. Racism is opinion. But I always want to put that out there so you'll know everybody has their own perception and their own beliefs. And one of the things I got on here is live and let live. Life is too short, man. I can't get that across enough. It goes by so quickly. I'm not going to say it's too short because I would be ungrateful. Because I'm thankful for every day I'm alive, man. If I can go like this, I'm thankful. And I said it was four of my friends. No, it was five. A real close friend of mine, a guy I graduated with, his little brother died. He was in his 50s. He was really the first one. So it was 5 in July. And they're just having his funeral So yeah, it was 5 people that died, man. Life goes by too quickly, man. Live and let live. I'm gonna just start with that. Allow people to have their dreams, to enjoy their time in this life. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Y'all heard that saying. And for you cat lovers out there, there's more than one way of doing things. This was just my perception and my opinion on the state of America. I'm tired of being tolerated. I want to be celebrated. Okay? America was not built for black people, man. That's my belief. I'm sorry. The system is designed to destroy me. It took me a long time to understand that and realize that. We've done everything black people have to fit in, to be good citizens. It doesn't matter, man. They don't want us there. Some people are just stubborn, and I don't blame you. You know, that country is just as much ours as it is anybody else's, but I'm just giving you my opinion and then my perception. Okay, my life experience is over there in America. That's why I say I love myself every day. I look in the mirror and I tell myself I love myself because there's no love for me over there. The criminal justice system set up against us. You know, look what's going on over there. They're going to talk about DEI. That's bullshit. Look at this cocksucker that they're trying to put as the head of Homeland Security. Cocksucker's got a 2-year college degree. He was a plumber. But then they're going to try to talk about the lady that they appointed as the Supreme Court Justice, summa cum laude in Harvard. Okay? This shit is crazy. You just get to the point where you say, okay, you got to make a choice. But don't get mad at me. Your perception is different. Your opinion is different. You may be thinking America's great. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the government. It's never been for me. It's just a sad day when I realized that. Oh, okay, yeah, brother. I appreciate you. I was telling the guy that today. He was saying, hey, is there any other place besides the Philippines a brother can be happy? I said, well, shit. The earth is approximately 197 million square miles. There's always going to be a place for us. But no matter where we go, there we are. So if you're the problem, then you're just going to take the problem everywhere you go. What's up, darling, man? So I don't see why people get mad when I speak my mind. People are afraid. They keep silent. They don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't give a damn because you only go around this way one time, man. I don't want them phony ass people around me. Hey, what happened to Richie Rich the other day? Y'all didn't zap him because I went in my community and looked at my zap list. He's not on it. Did somebody accidentally hit timeout or whatever it is? Because I don't want him to feel some kind of way. Y'all know we don't play that. The only thing we do is if somebody comes on here trolling or attacking somebody. He said, shout out to you, OG Cal. Man, I miss the Philippines. I now been to 55 countries and I still miss SM Mall and Jollibee's. Yeah. You will know what countries for you. You don't even have to explain it. I'm through explaining to people why I love it here. You know, why... You know, I say I found the Philippines. Maybe the Philippines found me. I don't know. He said, my girlfriend got ID'd at the liquor store. Yeah, man, you got a good one. I'm glad you were able to bring up and see something different. He said you should grow some marijuana there. Really? He said, Cal, you looking like Carl Weathers. Man, them guys was built up for that. Rocky, I'm telling you. He said, yeah, I'm still here in the Philippines. The fiesta starts today. Yeah, it's about that time. We just had our fiesta the other day. What's that? Well, it was actually July 1st. It was Founders Day. What's up, Hollywood, baby? I'm riding with you tonight. That Barakai was nice. Man, I love Barakai. I love Barakai. You know, I saw a video where one vlogger was like, you seen one beach, you seen them all. He misses the whole point about beaches. Man, the magic of that water, the magic of that ocean, it'll transform you, man. Hell, you're 75% water. We have an affinity to water. If you're just looking at it as a beach, then that's all you're going to get. I always change when I go to the beach. I get excited, man. That's Don. What's up, Don? Yeah, but we're going to start because, man, life goes by too quick. We want to be at the top of our game. You know, you can't win all the time, but hell, in your mind you can. That's what Jesse Jackson said. It made a lot of sense. He said, in your mind, you win every time. He said, I'm about to hit the sack, that hamster wheel. Yeah, the hamster wheel. It's just a modern day slavery, man. You chained to them jobs. I looked it up. Most people work for survival. It's not because they love their job. It's to pay the bills, get food, have a roof over your head. That's it. They really don't get any satisfaction out of it. He said, you got cat lovers and then you have Lachan lovers. Yeah. There's more than one way to skin a Lachan. He said, I tell my wife all the time she has no idea about the truth that most Americans live on a daily basis. Yeah, but remember now, it's her perception and it's her opinion. It's what she's seeing. Remember, it says that two people can perceive the same event, okay, and view it differently, you know, based on their prior experience and their cultural background. She's looking at America as the land of opportunity, as Disneyland. You're looking at it from reality. You've actually experienced it. He says, I'm laying here outside in my Amazon purchase Duyan hammock. Wow. I want to get me a hammock so bad, don't I, Maryland? Well, I just haven't gotten it yet. He's in there. He got the stuff. You need to, he said we need 2 cubics of sand and 1 cubic of gravel. Did you see Din Din?
No, just
he left it right here. Yeah, we're getting that. He gave us all the equipment for that artificial turf out there. And then I'm going to just paint the inside of my wall. I'm going to be done, man. It's going to look good. Yeah, man, I really want to get that hammer. What's up, Laura? Long time. Hello, Cal, and people just roaming around. Stopped in to say greetings. Thank you. What's up, Craig? Good morning, Cal. I'm headed up to Mimosa Golf Course today. Can't wait to play you. Play with me, not play me, because I've never picked up a golf club before. I guess it's going to be like the first time I picked up a tennis racket and the guy, configured my hand to grip the handle. It took me a while to get used to that thing. I didn't want to hold it like that. He said, facts, I get a kick out of going to Biloxi, Mississippi Beach, and that water's brown. Yeah, I mean, we have an affinity, ladies and gentlemen, to water. It's not just a beach is a beach is a beach. I could go to the beach every day and never get bored, listening to the waves crashing on the shore. Let's see in the sailboats, man. Did y'all see that in Boracay, man? If you can't live there and enjoy it, you dead already. You dead already. Okay, but guess what's number one on both these lists? How to destroy your retirement and how to revive it. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Unless you're going to do something about it. And then what I want to add to that is find something to be grateful for. It's so much you can be grateful for. Just be grateful, man, that you're still alive today. That there's somebody walking around here that loves you, that cares about you, that thinks about you on a daily basis. It's so much stuff, man. Make a gratitude list. But we got to get away from complaining because somebody's always got it worse than we do. Somebody's got a whole lot worse. Somebody's struggling. I was looking at an interview yesterday. It was powerful, man. This senator, we got a senator who's got stage 4 pancreatic cancer, I believe. And he's just talking about, Jake Tapper, which, I'm not a fan of his, but he showed a different side. He was interviewing the man. And the guy was talking about preparing for death and, how he felt about his wife being left out here. And he's got a 14-year-old son. Guys, just to be healthy and alive today is enough for me. It's always something to complain about, man. Shut the fuck up and be thankful. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Hey, okay, that's Richie Rich, man. I want to apologize, man, the other day. I don't know what happened. Hell, you one of our favorite people, man. But I'm going to do that Jungle Fever, Filipinos who love black men. This is long overdue. I'm going to interview Filipinos either, together, separately, and all that, and get their take and put it out there. Nobody's ever done this, guys, okay? They'll say, oh, Filipinos love black men. Do they love black men? No. I'm going to really do a real, sort of like a documentary. I don't know how long it's going to take. Because a few people I want to interview, 53 Shades Darker's wife, Shane, Merlin. It's a bunch that I really, because I'm getting my questions together. She said, water is life. That's right. We're all growing in the same environment. It's all connected. Thank you, Laura, for reminding me. You're connected to the grass out there. Believe it or not, it's growing and thriving in the same environment as you. What's up, Jules? Good to see you, man. Where you been, on vacation? He said, I was watching the sailboats yesterday at Cabrillo National Monument Park. Very nice. I don't know what it is. It's like, I forget where I am when I look out there on that ocean and see those sailboats. And I'm like, this is Boracay, 4 nights, by the way, is not enough. But number one is stop complaining. If you really want to revive your life, man, your retirement, your life, really get rejuvenated, man. Find something to be thankful for. I'm thankful, man. I got a woman in there that cares about me. That basically will bend over backwards and touch her heels for me, man. See, it's so much I can be thankful for. Booby loves me to death, man. I'm like her idol, man. He said the Philippines is too dangerous for Westerners. It's finished. Not the same no more. Everyone pack your bags and leave. Okay, now that's your opinion, see. That's not based on facts. It's just not based. We'll give him his opinion, but if he keeps up with that stuff, we got a place for him. Yeah, he's sitting up there, and he's got stage 4. He's in bad shape. There is no stage 5. Okay? He knows he's going to die, and he was so dignified. He conducted that interview with so much grace. I was like, man, could I really honestly say to myself that I'd be that calm, cool, and collective that this guy was? Very impressive. He said, Calvin, sometimes you should do Are You Smarter Than a grade 5? Yeah. But people start hating on me on that. See, they watch me, these haters do. This Asian expat chronicles or something. If I ever find out who he is, see, what's your name? I met him before. He just didn't know he was a hater, man. Confident Voice Speaks met him. He said he was sitting in the lobby and the guy walked up to him, an Asian guy talking about signing he was sending around something to get me deported. But Asian Expat Chronicles, I think that's his name. I'm just going to call him out for what he is, a hater. And he's going to call in the people and saying, that I'm operating and stuff without a license and all this stuff. Man, people, listen, guys. Our greatest capacity as human beings is to love and to love one another. Don't take all that love with you to your grave, man. Give it away, share it. It's too much unused love in the world today. It don't take love as a choice, man, to make. Some of you guys are so miserable, man. You can't even, just share your love, man. Or just live and let live. But the world could easily change today, man, if we start loving more. People just don't get it. Misery truly loves company. He said, if you ever decide to do comedy, I will buy lifetime tickets. I just be telling you how it is. No, it's not really that expensive because they never guess right. Okay. I did another game, Angelo, where all they had to do was, I forget what they had to do. Oh, yeah, all they had to do was have their name chosen. Like, wherever I went, I gave them all numbers. Then I put the numbers on spin wheel, and whoever name came up, all they had to do, they had a choice of 3 cans. Maryland gave those cans away. Anyway, one can had, I think, 100 pesos. One had 1,000. And one had 5,000 pesos in it. But I would get them every time with, I'll give you 1,000 in exchange for the can that you choose. And 100% of the time, they always chose the 5,000. But they ended up with 1,000. I see a guy all the time, and every time I see him, me and him give each other that look because he had the can. And I'd be like, okay, you sure you want this? I'll give you 1,000 for it. Now, I gave him 500. And he took it. And when we opened it up, because I had a key and a lock on each one. Y'all seen it. But like I said, they come for me whenever I do something like that. But they can't mess with the spin wheel because it's a game. You have to join. There's rules. Which Filipinos don't watch my content. But I say you have to subscribe to the Sunshine Shoulders YouTube channel, screenshot that, and send it to my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook Messenger, and I'll put you on the wheel. See, they can't mess with that, but he tried to say that Asian Expat Chronicles, tried to say I was gambling over here. These guys, man, they're pitiful. Yeah, I think it is going to be interesting. Because I'm going to ask them real questions, Laura. I'm not just going to sit up there and talk to them, with the bullshit questions. I really want to know, what was their opinion of black men before they start dating one? How do Filipinos view black people? And what's your family think about you now that you're dating a black man? Or does it even matter? Yeah, you're out of here, man. You're out of here. Okay? I'm sorry. We're not going to put up with this. Life's too short. Hey, Sharon Allen, thank you so much for your super sticker, all your continued support. I mean that. Yeah, let me get rid of him. Now, but you can't keep saying that over and over and over. You got something else to bring to the table, Underworld Reporter. If not, if all you got is hate and all of that, we don't want you on here, man. Okay? We respect your opinion, but is that the only opinion you've got? Is that the Philippines is a shithole? What are you trying to prove? We don't want that on here. We're trying to be positive today. Because it's easy to be negative. Show some love, man. You know, Henry David Thoreau said, don't go to the grave with the music still playing in your head. I say, don't take all that love with you to the grave. It's no good once you're dead. The love that you show somebody today could change their life, man. It could make them do the 180. Hell, we're too ashamed to even say I love you. When the last time you said you loved your brother or your sister? Don't lie. You're going to take it to your grave. No, they don't know that you love them. Show them you love them. Give them some love. Share it. Tell them that. Yeah, you out of here now. He's attacking people. Yeah, he's gone. He said the Jungle Fever stories will go viral. Make sure you have a watermark on your videos. It doesn't matter, man. YouTube doesn't protect you. They can take a video and bash you. They can take your own video and bash you. And if you complain, YouTube's not going to do anything about it. Hey, what's up, man? Crazy Black American. I saw where they own some guy from Dominican Republic. Said he was and got in the bed with, they went to bed with a young girl, 15 or 16. And now they ran him out of the Dominican Republic and he's here in the Philippines. Yeah, I don't get into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, the problem I see is they probably will say what they think you want to hear. Yeah, people are funny like that. But if you give them the questions, not open-end questions, should I say open-end questions, instead of those yes and no questions. Yeah, well, that's good, man. That's good because we take far too much love to our graves. It's so much unused love in the world, man. We could change the world today. But people just don't love, man. This is the greatest capacity we have is to love. Look what's going on over there in the Gaza Strip, man. It's like, come on. Didn't Hitler do y'all like that? And then you gonna turn around and do them people like that? I mean, show them people some love over there. Well, it's just something, Q, that it's not that. You got the wrong impression of what I'm trying to do. Okay? I just want to talk to Filipinos who are dating black men. All you see on YouTube is not black. It's the white experience. Because there's more white men over here. There's more white YouTubers. So you don't get those answers. I just want to ask them, it's not about what they think about us. You got the wrong impression. You know. You always come with some old bullshit, man. Now you just want to be seen. You one of them comment superstars. I just want to talk to them and get the, so that they can tell other people are interested. Not just you. I've already did a video about what we think, and you know it. That's why you come on here and you use all my material. You've seen all that. You've seen that video already. I'm interviewing. It's not about what they think about us. We're talking about Filipinos who love black men. Their experiences with us. Don't come on here with that today. Okay? Because that's what you do. You watch all my videos, then you come on here and use the same comments and stuff. Do you think I'm stupid? I got a photographic memory. You know good and damn well I made a video like that. Because I don't really talk about this stuff. This is something different. It's never been done before. Okay? It's never been done before. Hey, Sheldon, he said, I don't understand where he's coming from. I absolutely love the Philippines. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to be accepted there with open arms. Yeah, it's just an opinion. Remember, perception and opinion, they're different. Perception is interpretation. Opinion is judgment, I believe. It may or may not be based on facts. Oh, okay, is this who it is? Well, see, I don't know. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. I don't know if people do that stuff for clicks and views or whatever, but they've got something for him over here. Okay, he don't want to come over here like that. Q, you missing the point, man. Okay, just let it go. You don't have to watch it. Just keep scrolling. You're gonna be the main one watching it. It's not about division. It's more Filipinos dating black men over here than what you see. This is what I want to know. This is what I want people to know. I just want to show the brothers some love. Okay? Some good stuff that's going on. Ain't you tired of people putting you down and talking crazy about you? He said, the Philippines has always treated me great. That's why I don't like when people complain like that. Yeah, it's them, man. It's them, but everybody's got an opinion. It's just that every comment he made, Obi-Wan Kenobi, was, the Philippines is a shithole. I hate it. I go this, go that. Okay, we get you. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know what that would be. He said, cool, any orphanages you know of around you. There is an orphanage over there where I walk in Center Mall, but I don't know. Remember now, there's only so much you can do on a tourist visa. And volunteering is not something you can do. If you do, you better do it under the table, but somebody's going to know. Okay? Somebody's going to know. What's up, Lonnie? What's up, Fit Over 50? Calisthenics said, good morning, Brother Cal. Checking in from Cambodia, and you're right. I missed the beach in Da Nang. It's soothing for my soul. It really is. It really is. It does something to me when I take my shoes off and I just walk along the shore and feel my toes in the sand and in that water, because it be warm. Running over my ankles and my feet, man, it's just something. Listening to the waves and everything. Yeah, I mean, because he misses the point. Okay. Yeah, he's got his own channel, but he wants to come on my channel and tell me what and manage my channel. I don't understand that. He's got a good channel. I be trying to steer people toward his channel. He's got a different channel. He shows you how it is in the province, really. But for him to come on my channel and tell me don't do this and don't do that, well, don't do it on your channel, man. Come on. Yeah, but you're missing the point, Jimmy. I'm talking to Filipinos who are already with black men. Come on, guys. Y'all not that damn stupid. The Filipino P has not interviewed Filipinos who are married to black men. You a damn lie. He said the Filipino P gave an interview on the same subject about the Filipinos. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay? All right? Don't give a shit who they prefer. I already made the video about that. Y'all guys are stupid. She's never done that. Well, that's your opinion, man. I appreciate that. Okay, we gave you your opinion. Now, just leave it alone, Q. Because I'll get rid of you. Okay? This is a positive video today. But you come on here with the same shit over and over and over, man. Jack off some goddamn Where? I know you miss your wife and your son, but don't take it out on us. You frustrated. You got a mouthful of Viagra and a handful of dick. Get off my channel with that foolishness today, man. We ain't trying to hear you. This is my channel. This is our live stream. Let's go to number 2. You can tell, he's not stirring the pot. He's just frustrated. He ain't getting no pussy now. That's what it is. 30 years old, full of testosterone, waking up every morning frustrated. That's all it is. Yeah, no, they don't. Not Maryland. Maryland don't. Bullshit. You don't know what you're talking about. But who cares? I've already brought this up. Okay, who cares? They don't have any who are they to be choicy? Okay? You guys, man, with this foolishness. Hey, what's up, awesome? But yeah, number 2 is enjoy the moment. Okay, this is going to go over y'all's head, guys. Look, yesterday is history, and tomorrow is a mystery. Y'all have heard that before, right? Okay. The guy told me in AA, he said, you got 1 foot in yesterday and 1 foot in tomorrow, you're pissing on today. If you stay in the moment, you won't worry about the future and what's going to happen, 5 years from now. Breathe in and out. What do they call that, man? My mind's not working today. It's what meditation does. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. Enjoy the moment, man. Stay in the now. If you really want a good life, man, because it'll stop you from sleeping. It did me like that. I was thinking 30 years down the line. I was like, man, just pay your mortgage 1 month at a time as it comes. I'm sitting there worrying about, damn, I got 27 more years to pay for this mortgage. We don't care who they prefer. Okay, that's their preference. Everybody has a preference. We don't care about that. I thought I got rid of this guy. I did. Yeah, she said, but see, that's not even what the video is about. Everybody's got a preference. Okay. Everybody's got a preference. We're not going to knock them for their preference. Okay. But be careful what you wish for. If you see some of the white guys over here they've chosen, they're even having second thoughts. Okay. They don't know any better. But they're not in any position really to be choosy. Okay? But if they want white, if they like white men, who are we to say don't like white men? When I'm over here saying, okay, then I prefer Filipino women. But that's not even what the video is going to be about. Nowhere near that. Okay? If anything, it's a pushback. It's to say, okay, there's a whole lot more women over here who prefer black men than what you think. But it's not even about division. I just want to talk with women just to see what their experience has been. Okay, maybe they're going to open up the eyes of other Filipinos who are on the fence, who are thinking, well, maybe, I don't want to date a black man or whatever it is, okay? Because I know I've opened up some eyes. I've never dealt with a woman over here, and after meeting her friends and everything like that, that they were not interested in dating a black man. I changed their damn minds. Okay? You got an honest opinion, but you keep on saying the same thing over and over, Q. This isn't that video. It's not about division. Okay, make that video on your channel. Don't come on my channel telling me what to do with my channel. Come on, man. He said, there's more white guys that come to the Philippines, but if black men came over here, they love us too. The point is, black men, go back and watch my video. When I was talking about, nobody asked us, when they say, oh, because I said, you never see a video where it says, Filipinos prefer Chinese men or Korean men or whatever it is, okay? Nobody ever asked the black man because we have so many other options and we use our options. We don't care if they don't prefer us because we got so much other options. The landscape is so huge for us. They can't even leave the country. That's not even the point, though, I'm trying to make. Okay? Wherever I go, they're going to prefer me. I'll change their damn mind. Okay? I'm sorry. He said Philippines derangement syndrome. No, they're not ruining my show, man. Y'all know this is how I am. I get animated sometimes. I get passionate. It'll be gone in 5 minutes. Because I live and let live. It's just that what makes me angry is people, the simple stuff go over their head. This guy Jimmy, I'm not talking about whether they prefer white men or black men or whatever. They prefer Filipino men, Jimmy. He's going to tell me, I said it's never been done before. He said Filipino P did it. You a damn lie. I've seen her interview 3 black men before and ask those same stupid questions. And then I seen her ask Filipinos what they prefer. She's never specifically interviewed Filipinos who are with or married to black men and what their experience is like and everything like that. He's lying. She's never done that. She doesn't think that deep. She's too young. She don't know to do that. Plus, okay, if she doesn't like black men, that's not even in her mind to do something like that. We already said that, Q, okay? He said, why can't we all be happy we're alive? It says, that's the number one thing. Stop complaining. Find something to be grateful for. Okay, remember, number 2 is enjoy the moment. Yesterday is history, and tomorrow is a mystery, guys. Stay in the now. Okay. Number 3 is get 1% better every day. Do one thing differently today in line with self-improvement. Read 10 pages. Don't eat any carbs today. Do something. Walk around the block. Do something different today in line with self-improvement. Get 1% better, okay? This is what this guy David, he didn't tell me get 1% better, but this guy David I met at the gym in Iloilo, this guy's 67, man. I'm talking about he's in tip-top shape. All right, I mean it. And he just said, just change one thing in your diet every day, Cal. And he was telling me that he drinks, 6 ounces of coffee. As soon as he gets up in the morning, then boom, within 10 minutes, he's out walking. No sugar, no cream in there. And he was telling me what happened. He said, just change one thing. And I just saying, yeah, get 1% better every day. Do something every day that's going to improve your life, man. I'm just saying. Oh, here these guys go. He says, from videos I've seen, most Filipinos are with white men. Okay, because there's more. How many black vloggers do you see over here anyway that even have any type of traction? You got Pinoy Floyd. Okay, he's with a Filipino. He's got a Filipino fiance, a wife, and you got me, and you've got I don't see his videos come across my screen as much anymore, but the Black Filipino. Who else is over here making noise? 3. Okay? Every time I'm on my screen, it's white guys. It's a bunch of them because there's more white vloggers than black. He said most Filipinos are with white guys. Well, what do you expect when that's all you see? If you're a white man and you're doing a channel, you're going to be with a Filipino, so that's what you're seeing. But what about what you're not seeing? I've seen her. She's interviewed 3 black guys before. It's just a simple video asking the same, the general questions. Yeah, they said 1 in 300 Americans are coming down with their ALS. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, but pro football players, or football players, period, are 4 times more likely. So do you think if my son wants to play football, I'm not going to tell him that? Obviously, I'm going to tell him that. Look, man, go do your thing, but you 4 times more likely to contract or come down with ALS, which is it's a death sentence, man. There's no cure for it. You're going to suffer. A fly can kick your ass. There's nothing you can do about it. A fly land on your nose to drive you crazy. This is what we're talking about today. This is exactly what we're talking about, Eddie. We're talking about enjoying life and how brief it is. But just do something, man, that's going to make your life better. If you drink, don't drink today. If you smoke, don't smoke today. Just do one thing differently that's going to make have an impact on your life in a positive way. Because most of us don't do anything. And the younger people are the same. They're not reading. They're not taking any type of training. They're not doing anything to improve themselves. I got people watching me now. They're not working out. They're not doing anything. No, I'm young. I can do it tomorrow. Number 4. This is stuff I came up with, by the way. This ain't no experts. Talk highly of others. Say something good about people, man. That's what I got. Say something good about people. It's easy to criticize. Like these guys coming on here criticizing. The Underworld Reporter. And who's this other guy I got rid of? Give some praise to somebody who deserves it. Dennis Kimbrough tells a story about the janitor who was cleaning the CEO's office, and the CEO came in one day and just stopped him and was like, hey, man, I really appreciate how you clean my office. It's the best it's ever been cleaned. And the guy said, it's worth more than my paycheck. You can make somebody's day today. But no, all we want to do is argue. People are so miserable, they can't get over that. I'm trying to help you get over that. Every day is not a good day. Every day I'm not inspired, but I know what to do. I'm not going to stay stuck on stupid. I'm not going to stay stuck being miserable. This could be my last day here. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to get the tune up. I'm going to get the oil change. Okay? But yeah, talk highly of people. It don't take a whole lot, man. Yeah, he's gone. No, he's gone. I got rid of him. This is the guy I got rid of. These are the guys I'm talking about. I don't get it. I don't get it, man, okay? Life goes by too quickly. We're so immature. So immature. Okay, number 5. Follow through on your dreams and goals. There ain't no sense in you setting a goal and you ain't gonna follow through on it. This extravagant goal, yeah, it looks good. Take baby steps towards its attainment, whatever it is, man. Believe in yourself. Do it now. Don't put it off. You know, because Rashad, he said, he was looking at my last video, I guess. He said, Unc, what if I feel the same way you feel, but I don't have the money that you got to leave America? I was like, well, I didn't have the money to leave America when I decided I was leaving. Remember, 2007. When I said, this ain't for me anymore. I'm done. I got to get out of here. Hell, I didn't leave for good until 2018. But I took baby steps. I started saving money. I started watching videos. How can I get better? He said, I got you on my TV, Cal. What's up, Johnny? He's been here before. This is a good guy, man, by the way. But yeah, follow through on your dreams and goals, man. If you want to come to the Philippines, start saving, man. Put $1 up when you get paid. Okay, they're sending a message out there to the universe, universal law. Y'all don't believe in it, but I do. I know it's real. When I made my scrapbook and I put the Philippines, I didn't have the money to come here, guys. I put it out there. I didn't even know where the money was going to come from. That was July of 2008 when I watched that video. He said, make that scrapbook. I was broke, basically. I was earning enough to pay my bills. I had like $5,000 a month in bills with my, with my family, with my mortgage, my car payment, my insurance and all that, right? February 2009, I could have took 5 of you guys with me. Because once I put it out there, then the universe started putting the people and the circumstances together. It's real, man. Why do you think they tell you to set a goal? Why do you think they tell you to set goals? Y'all don't believe this stuff, so guess what? It's not going to happen if you don't believe it. But believe in yourself, man. Start moving towards your dreams. I'm sitting here now, I'm telling you this. I walked out of the crack house into the penthouse of life. I'm not telling you something I haven't done before. I've got experience doing this stuff. Overcoming adversity and all of that. Hey, thanks First Sergeant Horn for the super chat. He said working and saving is something that we have to do because at the end, it will allow us to do the things we want to do. I.e., retire early and live well. Yeah, this is a part of it. This is a part of, moving towards your dreams and towards your goals. Don't just put it up there and leave it there and that's it. What do they say? If the man of man can conceive it, you can achieve it. Napoleon Hill said that. Live as if you've already got the thing that you're wanting. Man, y'all just don't understand, man. It's just real. He said, I'm saving now, 56, I'll be there permanently. Yeah, have a goal, man. You probably gonna get here sooner. That's all. I don't know. I don't know. I just, I used to, his channels, his videos would come across my feed. And all of a sudden, I saw her making videos on her own. I think they split up. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. I think he may be back in the States. He said, hey, Cal, what happened to William and Junie Lai? I don't know. This was something I was telling a guy today. He's having problems with a woman over here, right? He's in the States. He's coming back. She didn't discourage him from coming back. I was like, don't let her sour you on this place. See, when you make it all about a woman, when you break up, then you're going to go run back home. It's not about a woman, man. This is your life. This is your retirement or your vacation or whatever. Don't dare make it about a woman. And if you do, get over that real quick. Because I already told you. They don't have any special powers. And if they did, they wouldn't use them on your rotten ass. They're using them on themselves to get out of the funky situation many of them find themselves in. But when you make it about a woman and then you break up or whatever, then you're going to go run home. It's more to the Philippines than a woman. And it's tens of thousands of women over here. Okay? That may give you an opportunity if that's what you want. But these guys is making it all about women. He says, I knew I was leaving after guys started getting killed in my development. I just knew today, it had a lot to do with that mortgage, but there was a whole lot of other stuff, my life experiences and everything. The way I perceived America, my opinions on racism and hate and all that stuff over there, police brutality and all that stuff. Knowing that I was tolerated over there. I want to be celebrated, so I'm going to celebrate myself. But I ain't going to deal with being tolerated. I work too damn hard over there to be tolerated, and America tolerates black people. They don't love us, man. I'm telling you that for a fact. Love yourself, because they don't love you over there. There's no love for black people in America. Okay, you're going to say, well, there's no love for black people in the Philippines. Well, I don't care what Filipinos think about me. They don't hate me, and they don't treat me the way I was treated there. Okay, here, hon. Why don't you do this? How much money we got up there? Go order the, you can order that, and then I can give you my card. Well, no, you can get the grass with my card at, over there. Is that enough? Or do I? No, get my ATM card and get 5,000 out of there.
Which one? This
The purple one, yeah. He said, how do I transfer my money to the Philippines? Well, that's a lot of ways, Josh. I've got a bank account in America that I transfer once a month to the Philippines. Pays all my bills. But every now and then, I'll have to go to the ATM machine, see, like this, today. If something comes up where I don't have the money on me, I'm doing a live stream, because he's here now to start work. So I use the ATM machine. I can use a remittance service. Western Union or one of them, Zoom. They really all the same, guys, okay? They try to fool you. They'll give you a low like Zoom, okay? If I transfer the money from my checking account, they only charge me $4.99, right? But they don't tell you that they're going to give you a little bitty ass exchange rate. Okay, the exchange rate is 61.69. And then it depends on how much I transfer, Josh. So if I transfer, just say 3,000 pesos, they're only going to give me 53 pesos to the dollar. I have to, the more I, transfer, the better rate they give me. So if I go up to 5,000, it's 55. If I go up to 10,000, it's 57. Okay? He said, why do people keep thinking it takes a lot of money to go to the Philippines? Well, because they've never been before. And I guess it does take a lot of money if you don't have it. And they've never really, all you got to do, man, look, we live in the age of information, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is go in there and put some dates in the orbits, Travelocity, trips, you name it. And they're going to throw back some figures at you. But always remember, it's better to fly internationally on Thursday. This is what the people who know say. And then the further out you book your ticket, the better the price. You guys are so You don't plan. You just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to the Philippines, and then, okay, you buy your ticket, okay, next week or 2 weeks, and you get hit over the head with that high-ass price. If you plan, go on and pull the trigger. All that old procrastinating and stuff like that we do. Go ahead and pull the trigger. You can get a good price. When I came to the Philippines in 2018 for good, I bought my ticket in October to leave in December. Don't you know my ticket for a round trip ticket was less than $600? It ain't going to be that way now because of the oil and all of that. Yeah, we checked out the Black Man Village. We know him. He fell out with me because now he fell out with me. I didn't fall out with him. Big difference. Because I said that men are the prize over here. He took offense to that. He's all up in my comments, and I just asked him like, "Hey, bruh, you got a channel, man. I would never come into your comments with all this stuff, right? And I never would. I've never done that to any other vlogger. He just kept doing it. So I had to block him. But he got mad at me because I said, men are the prize over here. He took offense to that for some reason. He said, the black man in the village, this African-American guy was born, raised in Watts, South Central LA, now residing with his Filipino wife in Lady. Yeah, interesting life. Yeah, he's got a good channel. But yeah, he fell out with me for that. I didn't. I have nothing against anybody over here. But yeah, 5 is follow through on your dreams. And, you know, a lot of what I was saying, it didn't even relate to him because he met his Filipino wife in America. So a lot of the stuff I be talking about is guys who meet their women over here on the dating site. So he would take offense to that stuff. But he would get upset with me, man. And I'm like, okay, bro. I'm just, just calm down, man. Because it's not, it's really not that serious. But he just stayed up in my comments, so I zapped him. But I don't have anything against him. He said, life is good. I just need more fishing, more travel, more frequent oil changes. But do it now, man, Don't put it off, guys. He said, problems with a woman. Now, that's a big statement. And then they're going to say the problems with the man. Okay. Okay, what's he saying? Wait. I want to go back to this. Dolan May. He made a, let's see what he said. Hey, Confident Voice Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. This is a real good guy right here. I met him a couple of times at my meet and greets. He said, Unc, I know you mentioned that Rashad is working hard to take a vacation. What were 3 things you did to crawl out of financial issues? Well, first of all, I stopped running from my creditors. But I learned that in AA. Instead of, because the bill's going to keep coming. You might as well just talk to them and try to work out the best deal that you possibly can. But even before that, man, I had to make a plan. That's just how it works. Everything starts in your mind. Confident Voice Speaks. The chair I'm sitting in started in somebody's mind. So then I start paying off my debts instead of avoiding them. I had to do it anyway if I wanted to buy a house, but I used to avoid them. And rob Peter to pay Paul and keep putting it off and off. And them bills ain't going nowhere. I started talking to these people, try to work out the best deal I possibly could. Then once I got out of that, man, it was easy to save. And then I worked. Okay, you can't get something for nothing. And I worked my tail off, man. I had nothing to lose from trying. everything to gain and successful. But when you want something so bad, nothing can stop you. These guys don't want it bad enough. If you want something bad enough, man, you won't even see the obstacles. You'll look back and see them. These guys don't want it enough, man. Just like I said, if you can't look back and pinpoint when you decided, made up your mind, enough's enough with this old fucked up marriage I'm in, this old no good job I've got, America, Britain, or whatever it is, and you get ready to make that 180 and go in the other direction because you ain't had enough pain. Pain is a great motivator. Or you haven't become so dissatisfied enough to make you change, man. People are lazy. They think the shit's just going to come to them. You can't get something for nothing. Nature frowns on the desire to get something for nothing. So then you just keep on kicking the can down the road. Just like I was saying, I forgot to tell y'all in that video about why I'm leaving America. Don't you realize, man, that America's $39 trillion in debt, right? Listen to this. This didn't make any headlines at all because we living in some fucked up times, guys. In the last 12-month period, our debt has increased by $3 trillion. That should have been headline news. They're hiding all this stuff from you. And guess what? Our personal debt is $70 trillion. You can't pay your way out of that. The system is eventually going to collapse, guys. We're spending trillions of dollars on these old fucked up wars. We're not spending any money and investing in our people or the country. Make that make sense to me. But they got y'all distracted over there. What made me so mad, and the reason I really left, I knew it then. Nobody's doing anything about it. These people have stolen our country, man, and destroyed it from a long time ago, probably when Nixon destroyed the gold standard. But they've been, just chipping away. Now they're just taking it in big swaths, doing it in your face. They don't even care. Stealing, cutting government programs that's going to help people, our most vulnerable citizens. But yet you're spending billions and billions of dollars, trillions on these old fucked up wars. Guess what? To serve another damn country. Y'all crazy, man. I left. $70 trillion. And the only reason why it hasn't collapsed because they got that dollar right now. China's trying its best. You see what Iran did when they start charging the fees to get through the Strait of Hormuz. You had to pay them in the Chinese yuan. They're trying, man. You got a lot of countries, man. Eventually, it's going to happen. But instead of them working on the Social Security problem, the Medicare problem, they're spending these trillions of dollars to fight wars for Israel. It's crazy, man. They're talking about in 2030, if something's not done, I'm going to lose 30% of my Social Security. It ain't going to magically fix itself. Okay? But the problem is, y'all not doing anything over there. Don't you realize, man, there's people smart enough to know and learn from the lessons of Iraq, Vietnam, Afghanistan, for us to be over here in Iran doing it again. They're doing it on purpose. You couldn't be that stupid. Dragging us into another endless war. But when I tell y'all that the infrastructure is crumbling over there, you don't believe it. Because you stewing in the shit over there. You drinking the poison over there, man. America's is in a fucked up situation right now. But it's all you getting is this steady stream of propaganda. So when somebody tells you the truth, you can't differentiate the truth from the false. You're going to say, I'm just going to go to work every day. It'll fix itself. Cal, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's too late now. It's too late. They're talking about within the next decade, 20 years at the most. The empire's over, guys. But we think because it's always been easy, it's always going to be easy. That's what we think. Since it's always been easy, it's going to be easy. Right. He said, before I came here, I booked my ticket 3 months early. It cost me $1,500 with one stop. And it depends on where you're coming from. Okay? It depends on where you're coming from. And you know, times have changed. That damn pandemic. Somebody said something the other day that made a lot of sense to me. It might even be in the comment section. He said, how can they pause war during the pandemic? They stopped fighting during the pandemic. I guess none of that shit made any difference during the pandemic. But we had the lockdowns and all that. That affected, plane ticket prices. And now you got, this debacle over here in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz and all that. Now they're talking about fighting down the Red Sea. It's history repeating itself, man. That's what happens when all these empires eventually crumble. They start trying to use military means to scrap their way out of it, man. You can't do it like that. You can't do it. What are you talking about? I don't understand. He says, okay, Cal, your show is better than his. Simple as that. Hey, what's up? Hitman. He said, I used my Capital One at 7-Eleven, 10,250 pesos. Declined conversion rate, yeah, and was charged 166. So that 66.66 exchange rate at the ATM. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Always, for some reason, I don't understand now all of a sudden, this is coming up. It's going to confuse you. They're going to say conversion rate or without conversion rate. Always do it without conversion rate, because I did that in Sikihor, man. I only took 10,000 pesos out. They charged me $20. That was just on that end. So always decline that. Okay, number 6 is say yes more often. Say yes more often. Okay, it says get out of that routine. Try something different. Most of us ain't a routine. We're in a rut. The only difference between a rut and a grave is the depth. Okay, but I put a man, you've heard this before. This is not original to me. A man is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. We say no all the time. Come on, man, let's go hiking. No. Let's go out to this new club. No. Let's go to the casino. No. Why don't you try this balut? No. Say yes more often. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I mean, come on, man. What's going on with you? What are you doing? I mean, I don't understand what you're doing on here. I mean, show some respect for my channel, man, okay? We know he's got a channel. We'll support him, but don't come on here promoting his channel like that during my live stream, okay? Like, really, man, come on. Hey, what's up, Anthony Harris? What's up, man? Thanks for your support. He said, but Cal, some of the white guys with Filipinos are not vloggers. They are old, fat, stinky, and crusty looking terrible and leave with their wallets and they poor 7s and 8s. The Filipinos have some dignity. Well, all of this is opinion, guys. All of this is opinion. You got to realize there's black guys who are old, fat, stinky, and crusty. They look terrible and leave with their wallets over here. And they got 7 and 8s. Okay, it's not the men. We're not doing the choosing. The women are doing the choosing. Okay? And remember, 7 or 8 is that's opinion. Most of these women that are with us are yummy 6s. Okay? That's what they are. And then remember I told you that more will be revealed. Okay, the women over here, they're not just sitting around not paying attention. Remember, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Some of these women are with white guys and their life is a living hell. Okay, but it's really the individual. Because they're not in a position to be choosy. Okay, if you don't want me, lady, you're going to lose out. Okay? But you try to understand, you got to understand, man. Don't you realize that black people prefer white people? Okay? Period. I made the short already about that. Let's just be honest, man. This is how you were conditioned to think you're less than. And that they're the standard to reach for, to aspire to. That their ice is colder, their sugar sweeter. Come on, man. You look for them for their validation. You want them as your customers because they pay better. They pay on time, you think. They're more responsible. This is what's in your mind. So don't give me that stuff about Filipinos preferring white men. You prefer white men. Okay, you prefer them as your boss. Okay? You want to buy everything from them. You spend all your money with white men. So you prefer white men too. Come on, guys, stop with this. Okay? Don't put it on the Filipina. We're all like that. We're all conditioned that way. You want the customers. You want their customers because you think they got more money. They're not going to try to haggle you. Whatever the price is on there, they're going to pay it. You prefer white people. He said, one way to revive your life is to book that flight to the Philippines. You deserve a break from working that bullshit job. Sometimes change starts with a refreshing vacation. Yeah, sometimes it does. Change of environment. Just follow through with your goal. If you out there right now and you say, man, I want to go to Thailand, Vietnam, wherever it is, Brazil, one of these fancy places, Paris, but you don't have the money, at least put it out there. At least have a plan. And then back everything you got with the plan. Everything you got. And one day you're going to wake up just like I did. I'm sitting on the beach in Panglao, Bahal, along the beach. He says, I'm getting it if I want it. If I don't, it's because I don't want it. Yeah. There's laws in play here, guys, okay? If you want something bad enough, it cannot not happen. They call that a definite purpose. Okay? A burning desire. That's the only way people get stuff. What do you think? That some man reaches out of the sky and shows them favor over you? No, that's why I like universal law. It has no favorites. It's as far as it's going to be. You abide by the law, you get rewarded. You violate the law, you get punished. But y'all don't believe it. You think, oh, I'm just going to sit here and one day it's going to happen. It's never going to happen. You got to want it so bad, man. And that's the only time you're going to get it. I'm not talking crap about you, and this isn't you anyway because I deleted you from my channel. So you can't come on here acting like this is you. And if it is you, you did fall out with me. Okay? Why am I going to lie? I don't have nothing against you or anybody else. You got upset. Okay? See, this is how I know it's not him. See? One day you will give, okay, so what? You stupid fool. The earth is 197 million square miles. Where am I going to be successful? You think that's going to stop me? You think I'm shivering in my bed, you ignorant fool? Wondering whether or not they're going to deport me from here? So what? I take my money and my talent somewhere else. Ignorant fool. You think this is the end of the line for me? It might be the end of the line for you. It ain't the end of the line for me. Let them deport me. I go somewhere else. I got options. It's good to have options. This is people like y'all that think, oh, this is the end all be all. Make another profile. But yeah, that's number 6. Now number 7 is this. This goes to him. Make friends, guys. It's the easiest way to defeat loneliness. If you want friends, then be a friend. Okay, listen. I read a book, man. It's a pretty good book. It's a short book, too. It's by Dr. Marissa G. Franco. It's called How the Science of Attachment Can Help You Make and Keep Friends. Well, what she's talking about is this. This is just the crux of it right here. She said, loneliness is bad for your health. Okay? I think everybody knows that. But then she says something so deep. She says, we've known for a while that diet and exercise can affect how long you live. But what is becoming increasingly clear from the research is that your relationships are an even stronger determinant of your lifespan. So it's the quality of your relationships. Okay, it's making friends and keeping friends. Don't fall out over the pettiest shit, man, that we fall out over. Because I considered what me and black man in the Philippines fell out over as petty. Okay? But anyway, yeah, make friends, man. It's an easy way to defeat loneliness. If you want friends, then become a friend. Okay? Now, it wasn't him. That wasn't him. These guys think they're smart. They go out and make a profile real quick. Okay? He said, we haven't seen you in here forever. And you come in and say that, yeah. It's not him. That's all. But let's go to number 8. This is stuff that we already know, but we just aren't doing it. Everything that I'm talking about is stuff you already know. You just aren't doing it. So you're not getting the results. But it says think positively about your life. When negative thoughts slip in, replace them immediately with positive ones. Because, see, that's the law of substitution. Your mind can only occupy one thought at a time. So when you start thinking negatively about yourself, remember the time when you won. Remember Jesse Jackson said, in your mind, you always win. But I put that on here, but I'm just going to talk about it now. Just remember the time when you won, when you succeeded, when you accomplished whatever it was you were after. Always remember that. The promotion, the graduation. Remember the good times, man. Yeah, he says, what's amazing is that they lie as if air bombing a country of 90 million people is going to cause them to submit. Americans are the most brainwashed beings on this planet. This is true. We're the most propagandized people on the planet. And we eat it up, man. We believe it. We have no idea, man, that the house is on fire. Okay? They're fighting the fire already, but you still in there. Distracted. Oh, where's LeBron James going? Gives a fuck about where he's playing. That's not important, man. That's not important at all. But they want you to be important. They want you to think that's important. They got that on the front page. I'm like, who gives a damn where that old ass bastard's playing? He's 40-something years old. Okay? What's important is that damn debt that increased $3 trillion in the last 12 months. Crickets. They ain't saying nothing about that. Our personal debt in America, where it's capitalism, is blown up, man. $70 trillion. Guys, you can't work your way out of that. Everything's falling apart. But they keep finding this money to fight these old fucked up wars, man. And y'all don't care. And it does. What's so sad about it is you don't have any help coming. They're all the same now. Okay, the Democrats and the Republicans. You see the other day they're grilling Hegseth on TV. Why are you going through all these theatrics, man, when you know you're going to approve the damn bill anyway? What is it? They're fooling you. Because you're stupid. And they know you're stupid. They know you're cowardly and you're not going to do anything about it. So they put on this show. So you got these senators up here grilling the Joint Chiefs of Staff. You know good and damn well y'all going to approve the damn bill anyway. You're going to give them that money anyway. But yet, the Medicare fund is running low. Social Security is running low. You done canceled Medicaid for millions of people. We don't have health care. People are going bankrupt over college tuition. The infrastructure is falling apart. Does anybody else see this besides me? I've got a high school diploma. Like, damn. Well, they better give a hoot about it because it's getting ready to blow up. The only reason is the dollar is still the most popular currency. You know, they don't have any choice but to deal in dollars. It's getting ready to happen, guys. Okay? It's going to happen in our lifetime. America's not the first empire and it's not going to be the last. This is what y'all think. The good times, it's not going to last, okay? It's not going to work if the money's useless, if it's worthless. They can print all the money they want. Aubrey, you'll be like over there in one of them countries in Africa where it costs $1 million to buy a loaf of bread. What about the money in Germany during World War II? They was using it to wallpaper their walls in their house. They can print all the money they want. People just don't care. And that's the problem. They don't care, man. Y'all don't care. Y'all think the problem's going to fix itself. But voting don't even mean anything. They're already trying to rig that. He said it's going to get ugly. It's already ugly. What do you mean it's going to get ugly? It's because it's of what they're hiding from you. They're hiding the truth from you. It's already ugly, man. It's already the 11th hour, guys. I'm sorry to be the one to bear the bad news, man. You better get your shit together. Okay? I'm sorry. And a whole lot of other shit. You got 5 motherfuckers that are worth more than the bottom 150 million. Now it's like the bottom 200 million people. That's all I'm saying. Well, do something else, man. This is why I'm coming to this, Q. But okay, he says, well, hell, I watch sports because me paying attention to the news ain't gonna do nothing but raise my blood pressure. Okay, so instead of number 11, we're gonna go straight. This is number 11. So instead of, I'm gonna trade number 11 and number 9. Take a time out. Go walking in nature. Meditate. Put the phone down. Turn off the TV. What, you think because you don't read about it, it's not happening? Or you don't hear about it, it's not happening? I just focus on LeBron James and all the problems are going to be gone. Sometimes you got to put that phone down, man. Cut off the TV. Just go out and walk. Meditate. No. But it doesn't matter. It matters now because the dollar is still the number one currency that the world market deals in. Once it's no longer that, you can print as much money as you want to. Okay? It ain't gonna mean anything. But here's the thing about Americans, we don't read. We don't think history matters. Go back in World War II and see what they were doing with the money. The money was useless in Germany. They were wallpapering their house with it. It was all stacked up in the streets. You don't think it can happen in America. We've had a depression before. America's not the only empire, man. It's not going to be the last. They all ended, man, and ours is going to end sooner than what you think. The time is up. It just so happened that it's going to occur during our lifetime. I didn't think so because I was hiding like everybody else. I was avoiding it too, the truth. But then when you get some courage to stick your head up out of the crowd, and the truth will certainly set you free, you understand, man. It's like, it's bad, guys. I'm just telling you to get a plan, some kind of plan. I knew in 2007. I probably should have known it before then. But I was like, Q, I'm worrying about, was LeBron going to Miami? Where's he going? Hey, Anthony Harris, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, was never a problem for me to make friends, but it's hard for me to keep them. See, this is what she's talking about. He said, it's always jealousy. They want what you have, etc. Hopefully my wife and I can make some friends, our connections in the Philippines when we go. It's not going to be hard. If you want friends, then become a friend. Here's what she said. Maybe this will make you change your mind, remember, because it's coming up. I'm going to talk about, stop being petty. Okay, life goes by too quickly to be small. A lot of the things that we fall out over, Anthony, are petty when you look back on them. All of my relationships that ended, man, it was over some petty shit for real. But she said, we all know that exercise and diet can affect how long you live. But what you don't know is, she says that, but what's becoming increasingly clear from the research is that your relationships are an even stronger determinant of your lifespan, more than diet and exercise. Okay? That's what you're going to learn off of this live stream. It's 2-hour live stream. If you don't learn nothing else. But yeah. Meditate, Q. Go walking. You was playing basketball over here. Play basketball over there. I can give that to you. But you're 30. You're full of testosterone. Yeah. They've been talking this Bitcoin, shitcoin shit for years. Even when Trump got behind it, didn't do nothing. He got rich. The rest of the fools didn't. Yeah, I don't watch that stuff. I don't watch it because you can't believe anything on mainstream media. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. Okay. Let's go back. We changed. I went to take a time out. But the next one is be thankful for what you already have. And more will be given to you. Find some contentment. We're never satisfied, guys. We're never contented. This is the way our brains are wired. The brain is always reaching for something that it doesn't have. You can have the nicest woman, man, the nicest looking woman and everything. The minute you get situated, you looking at the other woman or the other car, the other house. This is where the statement, the grass is always green on the other side, or the grass looks green on the other side. Because our minds are always reaching for other things. Something that it doesn't have, What do they say? Water your grass and cut your grass. It'll be just as green. But this is one thing I've really worked on, guys. Be thankful for what you got. We always, trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're never satisfied. And that's going to create problems. I tell Merlin all the time, empty your damn cup so that we can fill it back up. You can't fill a full cup. I bought some a friend of mine, he gifted me, when I came back from America last year, he gifted me me and Merlin gifted us some Hoka shoes. Some Clifton 9s they were. Well, they're over a year old. But, I take good care of my stuff. Because I didn't even know he was going to buy them. Because I had bought some Brooks when I was home. Well, anyway, when we went to Elo, I saw the new Mach 7 Hoka. So I bought them. And, because Merlin knows how much them Hokas cost, because I took her in there with me. Oh, she didn't want me to give them shoes away. But I said, Merlin, that's just not how it works. And I said, watch this. Because it's just like my wife, you're sleeping next to a miracle. You see all this stuff happening and you still don't believe. I still can't get you to see it. Trying to carry the message to some women is hard. So I said, watch this, Merlin. I'm going to put these, I'm going to take them to the gym and never fails. I get there, 3 young guys sitting there. Now, I wear a size 10. And Filipinos' feet are small, really, right? The guys sitting there, 3 guys. The first guy, I said, man, what size shoes you wear? Because I look at these shoes, they've seen better days. It looked like somebody just balled them up and, and threw them on his feet. And I'm not talking about him. It's tough over here for some people. He said a 9.5 or 10. I pulled them out and gave them to him, man. It made his day, guys. It might have made his year to give him some $200 Hoka shoes. He put them things on, man, and his whole life changed. He became LeBron James. Okay? And I told Merle, I said, you see, this is what happens. I'll get those shoes back 10 times. But you got to empty your cup every now and then, man, so it can get refilled. Anything stagnant, man, it's going to die. but they don't believe it. Yeah, he said, I've been exercising for decades, but see, they're saying that now that the quality of your relationships is more of a determinant of how long you're going to live, Picasso Green, than diet and exercise. That's powerful to me. I don't know about anybody else. It is. It is. Life is what you make it. Be thankful for what you got, man. We got a lot, man. We got a lot more. But see, we come from America, man. We never satisfied. You know, since I came over here, man, I got a peace, man, that money can't buy, man. I'm not chasing the Joneses anymore. But over there, man, you know, I see guys, you know, these are grown-ass men acting like teenage boys, buying these expensive-ass cars and stuff like that, you know, that the bank owns, by the way. You know, going more and more debt. It's never enough. That's just the American way. Okay, number 10 is, you know, which is this is 11. Help somebody. Help someone, man. Says one of the best ways to take your mind off your problems is to help someone else with theirs. I do this every single day. There's a law of compensation, guys. There's a law of increasing returns. When you help other people, you help yourself. But we're so selfish, man. We're brought up in that individual society in America. It's that me society. Get your own. We make it up and we kick the damn ladder down. I'm so thankful I wasn't raised like that. You know, see, these are facts that people don't want to see. They think you're crazy when you talk like this. That day's going to come, man. You know, I don't know about, you know, it being dangerous, because it's dangerous to be an American already. If you thought we were hated before, with this administration in here now, man, we're hated, man. We're funding a genocide, guys. It's not Trump. Biden was too. Between him and Trump, they gave Israel $22 billion, man, to fund that genocide over there. People hate us now. Okay? It used to be jealousy. Now it's just hate. Because we fucked up the world. Look at the global economy. It's reaching all the way over here to the Philippines. We ain't got shit to do with Iran. But he says when the U.S. finally collapses, that blue passport will be useless. It would be dangerous to be an American anywhere in the world, considering all the enemies that America's already made. This is true, but when you tell people, even in the Philippines, you say, look, man, keep your head on the swivel. With this Iran thing, I told y'all this when during the 12-day war last year. I said, guys, they're going to wake up the sleeping giant here. Okay, and this place may not even be livable for Americans anymore. Okay? There's a sleeping giant here that you don't want to wake up, guys. They're dangerous. And then, you know, just to, when you put it out there in the universe, it always comes back. I'm watching John Kiriakou, and he's an ex-CIA officer. And they were asking him about the rumors of Iran activating these cells in America, places like Chicago and Cleveland, different places. He said, no. He said, more than likely they're going to activate those cells, those sleeper cells, overseas, where Americans are. And he named like 4 or 5 cities. And Manila was one of them, guys. He knows what he's talking about. How easy would it be? You ain't even paying attention over here. You're chasing some woman. You're worrying about how much money you need over here. These guys is down there in Mindanao living their best lives like the sleeping giant's not there. They're just waiting on their orders. There's a history about that, man. Okay? But y'all don't believe it. You don't believe shit stinks. This is the problem with America. We've had it so easy for so long, we think it's always going to be easy. The time is coming, man. It's already here. It's already here, man. That's why I'm trying to do something positive. So you can get it together. So you can have some options. You're not stuck over there on that hamster wheel with that 30-year mortgage. When it's time to move, you can move. With that 7-year car loan. The value of the car cuts in half the minute you drive it off the lot. Yeah. But everybody, the bad guys, know their history. He said we'd be hated in the Philippines, but thankfully for us, many Filipinos don't know their history. All the history that they were taught is that World War II bullshit history, that if you only have one morsel of brain on your spinal cord, you will know that before the Japanese came here, you were under brutal occupation by the Americans. Okay? December the 7th, 1941, the Philippines was under brutal occupation by America. It was December 8th when the Japanese invaded, 1941. And then, of course, drove the Americans out. And then we came back. And that's the history that they get, that romantic history. Oh, I'm coming back. Okay? And you still were occupying the Philippines. It was only a few years later that you finally gave these people their independence. Okay? He said, I remember back in the 80s, it was dangerous to have an American passport or military ID when traveling to certain countries. I've always been weary of that. Yeah, man, you got to be careful. You know, we've made a lot of enemies now. We've made enemies of our allies. Look at the shit we're doing to Canada. And all these old tariffs and stuff we're putting on people who are, you know, the people in Europe. Look how they treated Zelensky when he came to the White House. Not that he is somebody that I admire. But we got to talk about this stuff. You got to start caring about this stuff. Those days of I don't care anymore, there's nothing I can do anymore, those days are over, man. You better have you a plan. Okay? You call me crazy all you want. The people who really know are already counting down. The collapse of the empire has already started. But when you distracted, yeah, you know, it is, man. You know, they asked the guy, Chris Hodges. Man, this guy's a philosopher. He used to be the head bureau chief of the New York Times over in Iraq and the Middle East and everything like that, guys. Go listen to this guy. People like him. I'm not even talking about these talking heads. I'm talking about scholars, man. People who keep up with this stuff. They're historians, man, you know, but anyway, he used to talk about, he talked out against Iraq war. That's what lost him his job. He gives you facts, man. Who's funding that genocide over there? Italy, the USA, the UK. They want all of that wiped out, man. Hey, what's up, Cisco?
Invalid transaction.
Wait. Let me.
You did twice.
See, I can't. Okay. I know what it is. I gotta put it in the Philippines again. I forgot. It's a new.
Just
Yeah, see, I can't. When I do my fifth third, she got declined because I forgot you got to do it month to month now. It used to be you could do the whole year, but now you do it month to month. So now I got to call and I can actually go online. I'm going to try to go online here while I'm on here and change my travel plans. Yeah, this is true right here. This is true right here. He said, Cal, most Filipinos don't know they're not really called Filipinos. That's a term from the Spanish hundreds of years ago. It's true. You know, hey, what's up, Icy? But, you know, to their credit over here, they're not really, they're paying attention to the things that really matter. For some people over here, it's just so tough. They really don't have time to be worried about stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff Americans, we have to, you know, we're blessed to have those type of worries. Remember I told you that our problems aren't their problems, man. They don't understand you, man, when you talk about the problems you have. They really don't, guys. When you start talking about problems to your girlfriend or your wife, she ain't gonna understand it. She's like, shit, I wish I had those kind of problems. Those are first world problems. I've done this so many times, man. I can't even count it. I don't do it to brag. I just do. That's just automatic. I was brought up that way. I'd come home from school and we'd have a whole new family staying in our house for 2 or 3 months. My mother wasn't earning no more money. She made it work some kind of way. My mother's always been the bridge. That's all I try to be is the bridge over here. He said, I did the same thing to a guy at SM City. This guy was working but couldn't afford new shoes. I couldn't stop thinking about him when I went home, so I went back and bought him a new pair. It doesn't cost a whole lot to do stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't going to wear these shoes anymore. She's coming up with every kind of excuse. Oh, you can, when it rains outside, you can wear them instead of wearing. Look, these shoes are meant to be worn. Okay? I'm going to wear them in the mud, in the rain, or whatever. If they get dirty, I'll wash them. I'm giving these away. And I gave the Brooks away too. You know, but we come from different cultures, different situations, man. Just the fact that she knows them shoes cost $200, even though they're not worth $200 now, they're a year old. If I give them away, she wants me to give them away to somebody in her family. I'm like, no, I'm giving them away today. I'm going to the gym. And I changed that man's life. He thanked me 10 times. I'm not joking. Hey, I'd be over there lifting weights and he'd come over, thank you, bro, and give me you know. He would have never in his wildest dreams been able to get a pair of original Hoka, real Hoka shoes. You could just see that when he put them on, because, you know, them Hokas ain't no joke. They feel like you walking on a mattress. Okay, wait, let me see something real quick.
Daddy, you know,
What?
I'm already
Stay
in
right
the,
there.
I'm
What?
already in the first seat.
The first seat? Oh, wow, Booby, good job. Booby's already moved to the first in her class already, but I expect that. Okay, let me see. I'll bring it in there. Yeah, it's just going to take them a long time to understand America, though. He says, that's why I wanted my wife with me in the U.S. so she could experience life by my side and understand America for herself. The American dream is still alive. It's just not for Americans. We know it's bullshit, but you can't convince a Filipino who comes over that it's bullshit. You know, when I took my wife over there, she started working at General Electric. Hell, she was bringing home $500 a week after taxes. That's crazy. Okay? She was earning over 100,000 pesos a month. Don't you know the most she ever earned over here with a college degree, IT tech, was 5,000 pesos a month? Yeah, the American dream is still there for them, and they're smart enough to make it work. If you got a woman and you got over there and she ain't sending money back, buying land, building houses, and different things like that, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one, dude. It's dead for us, not for them. And then, you have to understand that we worked for America for so long. So now it's time for America to work for us, the passport, the pension. I'm not ashamed of that. I put, over 40 years in the system. I earned everything I have today. So now it's time for that system to work for me. And I'm not ashamed, okay? Hey, what's up, Joseph? He said, hey, everybody, I just left the gym catching the tail end. Hey, thank you, man. He said, you're right, Cal. The majority of other countries do not understand first world problems. I'm so happy to have been born here in America for us to have first world problems. Yeah, they're first world problems now, but pretty soon they're going to be problems like everybody else, guys. Yeah, they're tough as nails. But see, if you got a smart, okay, like my son's mother, she worked 2 jobs in America, right? I don't know if she's still working 2 jobs now. She built a house for them up there in the mountain. I'm talking about a real house like this. Not just some type of what do you call them? Not like some Kubo. She built a real house for her family up there, man. See, that's what you want over there. If you got a woman that ain't trying to help her family back here, man, and try to lift them up, man, you got the wrong one. She done built her a beautiful home over there, got a brand new Lexus, gave the old car to her other son. He's 18. I forgot what kind of car that was, She's booming over there because she's living the American dream. To her, a 30-year mortgage, like, I just want a mortgage. I just want a house that I can call my own. I can do it myself. We're looking at that 30-year mortgage like a damn prison sentence. They can appreciate the opportunities, guys. We just can't appreciate it anymore. We know what it really is. We know what it's going to take. And a lot of us aren't willing to pay the price anymore. We've gotten too old. Hold on for 1 second. I gotta call these people, really. He said, I dated a Filipina in Kuwait, and she told me the indigenous people of the Philippines were black and called Negritos by the Spanish. I don't believe her until I did my own research. It shocked me. I don't know why it would shock you. The original people are brown people, black people, rather. But that history is an easy history to learn. I mean, the Ada tribe, they migrated from Africa. It took them 1,500 years, by the way. They walked to the Philippines. They did that research a long time ago. The earth wasn't the same way it is now, man. It's changed over time. You're talking about 20 or 30,000 years ago. It took them 1,500 years to get over here. They've been here for 20, 30,000 years. But we were talking about this before, about how human beings are. There's nothing divine about us. Now imagine how bad the Spanish treated the Filipinos. Americans treated the Filipinos. For them to even think to treat somebody bad is unconscionable to me. It's like what the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians. It's like, didn't you go through this? And now you turn around and doing it to somebody else? But it's just human nature, man. That's all. That's all that is. Now that's coming up, Thomas. You in my but help somebody. Let's go to the next one. I'll call this after my live stream. Because what time is it? Yeah, I got enough time. Okay. This is crazy, okay? Stop worrying about what other people think. Do it anyway, whatever it is. See, a lot of people, we don't try something or go somewhere or do something because of what other people would think. Well, no one's ever did that in my family. Are you a fool to go over there to the Philippines? That's a shithole and all that stuff, right? Yeah, we inherited the good parts. We did. But it's coming to an end. Do it anyway. Don't worry about what people think. When I start coming over here, people in my family had never uttered the word Philippines. None of my friends had ever, it never even crossed their mind. It was like a wait and see, situation. When they saw me thriving over here, now they're all in my inbox. Guys been promising to come over here for years. They never come over here yet. But at first it was like, what are you doing? Why would you leave America to go over there? And they still say that. Like, fool, you living in a third world country. You just don't know it. Okay, wait till they pull the curtain back. Okay, rent $3,000 and $4,000, $5,000 a month. Shit's crazy, man. That's just crazy. Hey, it's not just her. He said, sounds like your ex has a head on her shoulder. It's a lot of them that go over there like that. Man, look, when I went to my first Filipino mass over there at the, once a month, the Catholic Church would allow Filipinos to hold their mass there. I was shocked. Maseratis, Lamborghinis, there's plenty of doctors, nurses, and everything, but just people just over there just absolutely getting it. They're eating it up, man, over there. They're living the American dream because they don't realize it's a nightmare yet. Somebody's going to wake them up, or they may wake up themselves and be like, damn, I can't go back to the Philippines ever. I'm stuck over here on this damn hamster wheel. I might go every 5 or 6 years, but when you come from this to that, you don't care. You say, okay, I'm willing to pay the price. Whatever it costs. Not seeing my family and all of that. Okay. The next one I got on here is forgive someone. See, remember the black man in the village was on here today, if that was him. It said, starting with yourself. Holding grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Now, that's what was told to me. Holding grudges. Now, I don't hold grudges, man. It's not that serious, guys. That's the next one. Stop being petty. Life goes by too quickly to be small. Man, we fall out over some petty shit over here. In life, period. All my relationships ended on some petty stuff. Every last one of them. He said the hamster wheel dream. I looked up that damn hamster wheel. Okay. I'm going to show you. Tell me this isn't real. Okay. It's still in my search engine. Okay. The literal meaning. And then it's got the figurative meaning. He said, doing hard work all day long without reaching a final goal or seeing real progress. Feeling stuck in a boring, repeating loop at a job or in daily life. Getting very tired from high stress, fast paced, and total burnout. Crazy. A busy routine that goes nowhere. That's what these jobs that y'all working, that I work all those years, because you don't have any goals, you don't have any dreams, you don't have any plans. So you just go into work every day, you get the paycheck on Friday, and that's it. And you do that over and over and over for years. Until something happens, something tragic may happen to wake you up, or somebody does an example, somebody else does something, and you see what they did and you liked it. Otherwise, you stuck on that thing because you following the followers. People over there telling you, oh yeah, buy a house, You know, that's the flex over there. A 30-year mortgage, you stuck, man, for 30 years. Now, if you can pay for it cash, or pay for it as soon as possible, why not? You know, it's a big wealth transfer to your kids or whatever when you're no longer around. But a lot of the financial decisions that we make are effed up, man. No one teaches us financial literacy. And a lot of the decisions we make are the reason why we're still broke or we haven't reached our financial goals. Most of us don't even have a financial goal. We just say, I want a lot of money. You got guys over here talking about who giving up their Medicare. Not really, but they're giving up their Part B. See, your Part A is free. You work for that. And that's where real expensive shit gets. You know, it could get expensive if you got cancer and you had to go for them outpatient treatments. That's Part B. But if you get really sick, like have a heart attack or stroke, and you stuck up in the hospital, you got co-payments, but you still covered. That's your Part A. But we give it up. We give potentially millions of dollars worth of quality health insurance that you're certainly going to need, 100% need, as you get older. We throw that in the garbage to save $200. Like, fool, where are you going to get insurance like that for $200 a month at your age, in your physical condition, with all the health crises you've got, pre-existing illnesses you got? But these are the type of decisions we make. It's the reason why we're broke. And you're not further along where you think you should be. But yeah, we're petty, man. We're petty, guys. We're petty as hell. And that's one thing that bothers me about Americans. You have a lifelong friendship and lose it because you didn't vote for the same person this fool voted for. Or you like Dallas and the other guy likes the Washington Redskins. But yeah, stop being petty, man. Okay? I told you how I watched the rat race. I got a video already. Watch the video yesterday. I made it up on my mind in 2007. I was done with America. The American dream had blown up on me. I figured it out. It was an illusion. I didn't want it. I didn't want that 30-year mortgage, man. It drove me crazy, man. But I didn't tell nobody. But it was too late. The thought had already went out into the ether. So I started making plans. I started walking toward it, man. Don't you know, when I decided, this was July 2007, I'm done with America, you know, I had no plans or anything at that moment. But the universal law kicks in. Your subconscious mind will kick in. And it starts bringing the people and the circumstances together to make it a reality, man. Don't you know that next year, July 2008, when I made my scrapbook, I got my FMO contract. I was earning $20,000 a month. I never saw that coming in 2007, but I put my plan out there. I already let the universe know I'm done. I got to find a way to get the hell out of here. I started paying off all my bills, which I had already paid them off anyway. That's how I got my house. But once you make up your mind, you really make up your mind, Q. You got to have a plan. That's the first step. He said, I'm in a step-by-step, actionable step. Yeah, write your plan down and look at it every day. How you going to accomplish something if you don't have a plan? But we too busy looking at somebody else's life. Remember, this is my saying. You can't hit a bullseye watching somebody else's target. And this is what we do. People don't read. People don't read. I'm sorry. But you got to make it up in your mind. She says, if the rat race isn't your thing, It's time to have a good plan. And then you have to do the work. A plan without doing the work is always just going to be a plan, a dream that's not come true. Yeah, it's like a fantasy. Remember, we trying to get something for nothing. If you ain't taking some kind of baby steps toward that goal or your dream, it's a waste of time. Og Mandino said it. The greatest map in the world is not going to move you an inch. You got to take some action. W. Clement Stone said, do it now. He didn't say just do it. He said, do it now. Long before Nike came along and said, just do it. He said, do it now, because most people are procrastinators. And you're going to keep kicking the can down the road. You're going to keep putting it off. He said, get a 3x5 index card and put do it now on there. And every time you don't want to do something, look at that card. And it'll make you do it now. Take some action. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Absolutely, it's a permanent penalty. A 10%. For every year, every 12-month period that you're not in there, it's 10% more that you're going to pay that for the rest of your life when you get it back. But you just can't step in there. They got a special enrollment period. I believe it's in March. And then they'll give it to you in July. He said if you opt out of Plan B, there's also a permanent penalty. Yeah. But I mean, it's stupid for you to do it. Yeah, right. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They're a damn lie. It ain't enough. Okay, come down with cancer. And you need them damn chemotherapy treatments. You think $200 is going to do it? It's just a stupid financial decision. You work for this your whole life. And you're going to give it up for $200? I'm not going to sell my soul for $200. I mean, that's the worst advice anybody could ever give you. It's to give up your Part B. Remember, this is one of those things, just because you see everybody else doing it, you're going to do it now. It's time for you to go the other way. When you see everybody else doing shit, you do the opposite. There's no way you're going to get that kind of insurance, man. That's quality insurance for $200 a month. And then you're going to fuck around and buy a policy over here that ain't going to give you a smidgen of coverage that your Medicare is going to give you. Yeah, you can get it back. You can get it back. It's a penalty, though. It's not worth giving it up, guys. Don't give it up. I'm telling you, that was my line of work. Okay? I'm telling you, don't do it. It's not worth it. Well, anything's better than nothing. I didn't say it. I'm saying these guys aren't buying field health. I'm saying compared to Medicare, your Medicare, it doesn't compare, guys. It doesn't compare. And there's no limit to how much money that your Medicare is going to cover. There's no limit. It can go up into the millions and millions of dollars. Over here, when you buy a policy, a private insurance policy, there's a limit on coverage. Medicare, there is no limit. It's just a lot to consider, guys. It's just not worth it, man. Don't do it. Okay, here's the next one I got on here. Keep your word, man. Keep your word. A good name is worth more than gold. I don't know who said that, but I read that in one of my books. A good name is worth more than gold. Okay, we had a brownout yesterday. So what I did was going to run from 6 to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I called up Carmel's Inn. I said, I want to reserve a room today. So he said, yeah, well, you can't check in at 2. I said, I don't care. because, you know, it was only like 10 o'clock when I did it. And, well, the lights came back on maybe an hour or two later. So I called them up and I canceled it. You know, because I was going to go anyway just to keep my word. But then the lights came on so quick, I was like, there's no need for me to do it. Let me just call and cancel. But just keep your word, man. If you agree to do something, do it. This is where that, you know, we say yes when we really mean no, man, really comes in. Man, if you don't want to do anything, go on and just say, no, I don't want to do it. I can't do it. I can't attend the birthday party or whatever. Don't say you coming and then you don't come. I don't say, okay, I'm going to lend you the money. Then when the time comes, you don't lend them the money. That stuff adds up, man. Next thing you know, man, your reputation means nothing. That's really all most of us have, is our reputation. So yeah, keep your word, man. He said, Unc, if you was in the States, which I'm not, he said, you would have to be Nate from Set It Off in order to have the woman of your choice. No, I would make it work some kind of way. Okay. But I'm Nate over here. I'm Nate over here. For some reason, we got a problem. You're in a delusion if you don't think you're paying one way or the other. Women ain't dealing with you if you broke unless you in high school or something. Or she's on Section 8. She ain't gonna have a whole lot of money. Who wants to be broke anyway? Who wants to be broke anyway? But you're gonna pay for it anyway. But hell, I'm Nate over here. You know, you're going to pay, man. Here's the thing, Rashad. Just make sure you're getting what you're paying for. There's some guys over here, man, they're paying, man, and they got a yummy 1.5. Now, I'm not paying for that. I'm sorry. I'm not paying for that. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm not worrying about other people, man. I don't know what he's doing. Well, we only have one brownout every, man, we hadn't had a brownout in so long, I can't remember. It's very seldom here. Well, the hell with these politicians. You know, because you're down on the ground with everybody else. They're somewhere floating off somewhere in their own little fucked up world. You down here with everybody else. You can depend on me. You can't depend on the politician. He says, why do our word got to be bond? You know, see, you push back against everything. Just keep your word, Q. Trust me on this one. Okay? You want somebody, you want to be somebody that people say, I can depend on him. That's the reputation you want. You don't want people like, hell with him. Because then when it turns around and there's an opportunity that comes up, you're going to be the last one that they turn to. Okay? Yeah, me either. He said, I've never been able to locate the free hot woman warehouse. Yeah, our hotline, the free hot woman hotline, our website, you gonna pay. Just make sure that you getting what you pay for. That's all. It don't matter where I go. I'm gonna have what I want. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make it happen. See, remember the time you won. Because I won before, I can win again. When things get tough, I remember the good times. When I won, when I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. Everybody has that. If you don't have that, man, hell, you ain't lived long enough. This is what gives you confidence to keep moving forward. You got to believe in yourself when nobody else will. Remember little Johnny was drawing at his desk And the teacher comes back and says, hey, little Johnny, what are you doing? He said, I'm drawing a picture of God. And the teacher said, no one knows what God looks like. And little Johnny said, they will in a minute. This is how you got to be. I know how to win. I'm going to win. No matter where I go when the guy got here. Oh, they're going to deport you, Cal. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to be winning somewhere else. Wherever I decide to go, that's where I'm going to be winning. I promise you that. Because I won over here. I've won in America. I've won before. And that's always in my mind. It's never going anywhere. So it don't matter what you think. It don't matter what you say. Yeah, Yummy 1.5. And they over here paying. Because we're cowards, man. Didn't you just hear me say that? This is why I left. The system's destroyed. I don't care who you vote for. That's rhetoric now. Oh, if you don't vote, you don't have any word to say. You think them politicians give a damn what you saying? You can't criticize. They're crooked as hell. They done stole everything. Yeah, that is what I'm saying, Kamal. He said, Q, true, yet those politicians are in their own circle. Will you and I ever meet them? No. Yeah. Pay for it, work for it. But we're told in America that you can't have everything. You can have everything. You can have it all. See, that's one lie that they tell you. You can have it all. You really can have it all. You know, when people start comparing Thailand and Vietnam, which is better, the Philippines, Cambodia, have them all. Do 3 months in all of them. But what happens is, during those 3 months of all these places, one of those places is going to grab a hold of you. Okay? I guarantee you, your experience in one of those places is going to make you say, okay, I'm tired of this jumping around, but you can do it. You know, people who've chosen Southeast Asia or Asia period, they're onto something because China's the next empire, man. Might as well be as close as you can to the empire. China's the next empire, guys. So if you're over here any kind of way, you know, you're going to bask in the glory of China. Yeah, you better. Because you're going to pay one way or the other. I'm not paying for Big Shirley no more. So yeah, I'm going to be Nate from Set It Off over there, and she going to be fine too. He said, I was working for corporate third-party contractors for the Department of Defense and Department of State. I witnessed this shit firsthand. In 2023 is when the decision was made that I'm done. That's what I'm saying. But people are afraid because, you know, are you really free over there then? If you can't say what you truly feel. If you worry about losing your job. Or if you lose your job, you lose everything. Is that freedom? What kind of freedom is that? You don't got financial freedom. You really don't have freedom of speech over there anymore. Trump's going after everybody over there. Say something about Trump. He's coming after you. Yeah, I saw they're back. But I encouraged him when I was over there talking to him. I said, man, you got a lot that you can share over here. People are interested in Vietnam. I mean, you know, whether you need the money or not, hell, but if you get some money, why turn down the free money? He said, I found that the problems I encounter are not as a result of what I do, but what the people around me do. I can be perfect with some meathead around me does something stupid and I face the consequences. Well, you become who you hang around. You need to find better people to hang around. Josh, the books you read, the people you hang around. If you hang around 4 meatheads, guess what? You're going to become the 5th meathead. It don't take me but one time for them to mess up something I'm doing. I'm done. That's why a lot of people, they don't want to leave. I made a video. I said, look, I had to leave America because I don't know what was killing me. Something over there was killing me. Was it my family? Was it my friends? Was it my lifestyle? I don't know. But I had to leave. So if I go back, I'm going to start dying again. It's a sacrifice you got to make. You only go around one time, man. Okay? My kids would rather see me on here than see me in a pine box. Okay? He said, Cal, have you ever heard of Sigma Global? Yeah, they good. Yeah, they're good for you, Michael Beecher Life. You're young. You don't have Medicare, do you? It's nothing compared to Medicare is what I'm saying. These are good policies. What Michael Onstad sells is a great policy at Pacific Cross. But if you put it up against Medicare, it's nothing, but Medicare is no good in the Philippines. I'm just saying hold on to it anyway, guys. Don't give that up. Because when you go back to get it, it's going to cost you more. Now, they got good insurance over here, but not when it compares to Medicare. And you 66 years old, excuse me. You've had stents. You've had prostate surgery and all the other shit that happens to older men. You don't want to fuck around with your insurance, man. It's a serious, serious matter. And you start following these followers over here, man. These guys are messed up, man, to give you that type of information. Even if I did it, I wouldn't tell nobody. Because I know that they're going to think it's okay to do it. At least have some good insurance. Excuse me. You should be able to afford it. If you can't afford to keep that and get you a policy over here, you probably don't need to be over here then. Talking that old self-insurance shit. That's what John did. Look what happened to him. Even though he didn't really have a choice because John wasn't getting his Medicare yet anyway. Well, that's not true. I know Medicare is good. And, of course, the 48, continental U.S., Alaska, Hawaii, then Virgin Islands, a few other places, Mexico. Okay, now these Medicare Advantage plans is a little different. But remember, talk to your administrator of your plan. Because a lot of times, first of all, you're going to be out of network. And then once you are out of the country, the United States, or your service area for 6 months, they're going to cancel you anyway. Once they find out you're out of the service area. But I'm not going to give out that type of information. If you do, say you got Humana, and you got the PPO, or these plans are good for emergencies and anyway, urgent care, no matter what plan you've got. I'm talking about the Medicare Advantage plans. Then you'd have to pay upfront, and then they would pay you back, minus the co-payments, co-insurance, or whatever it is. Now, he says he's got Blue Cross Blue Shield worldwide. Well, what type of, you talking about Medicare? Remember, these plans are only good, man. If you're going to be out of the service area for 6 months, you got to tell the plan. Okay? A lot of them will just drop you. if you're going to be out of the coverage area for 6 months. And then you'll have a special enrollment period once you come back. But it's just a lot to consider, guys. When you're talking about giving up your Medicare, man, Medicare is a good insurance. Okay, the next one is fall in love, man. Love more. We're not talking about just with women, but we're talking about fall in love with something, with some person, place, or thing. Love more, man. We have an abundance of unused love, man. Don't take it to the grave with you. Give away that love, man. Share it. Change somebody's life, man. That's the problem. Our capacity to love, it goes unused for a lot of people. They're miserable. They don't love anybody. They don't even love themselves. So they make everything around them bad. Imagine if you love people. You know, y'all talk about the Bible. It says, you know, love your neighbor as yourself. Y'all don't do that, man. Come on, man. I mean, they knew that even a long time ago. How important love was. It's love, man. See, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, guys. We could change the problems of the world overnight. There would be no genocides. There would be no wars. There would be no famines and all that. Certain stuff we have no control over, natural disasters and stuff like that. But there would be no poverty. Kids wouldn't be going hungry around the world. But nobody cares. It's like, oh, I can't do anything about it. Why even worry about it? We live in a fucked up world, man. That's why when people start talking that religious stuff, I don't want to hear it. There's nothing divine about the human race. There's nothing divine about the human race. If it was, we wouldn't have all these problems that we've got. Everybody can't be the damn devil. Everybody's a damn devil at the top. They ain't got one person that's going to step up and do the right thing in these politicians around the world. And then the ones that do, you know, they look at them like they crazy. Oh, he's a communist, or he's a socialist, or something like that. Well, this capitalism ain't working. Not for enough people. Only the people that's working for. The little handful of people. So you're going to say it's working. No bullshit. Certainly not Hakeem Jeffries. Certainly not Bernie Sanders. None of them. Because they're not going to defund Israel. Imagine that little bitty country, Israel. Why are we so beholden to Israel? They're a foreign country. A lot of what our politicians are doing out there, it's treason, man. Okay? None of them are going to defund Israel. They're going to talk that stuff, man. Okay, if Israel is an autonomous country, then let them fund their own military. Why do they need the money coming from us? Billions and billions of dollars, by the way. We fight their wars for them. But they're supposed to be an independent state. And then all do they have the right to exist? Yeah, you got the right to exist, so you got the right to take care of your own funding. Bullshit. They talk all that stuff, man. Certainly not Hakeem Jeffries. He's one of them that's, okay, more politicians voted to defund Israel than in the history of the United States. But he's not one of them. He wants to keep it going because you got to understand. They're paying him. I think he receives like $16 million from AIPAC or something. They call him AIPAC Shakur. He said maybe it's a hot take, but if saving $200 a month on Medicare is the difference between you living or breathing, yeah, then maybe you should stay home. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you can't afford to keep your Medicare and get a policy over here, I don't know if you need to be over here unless you got millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars that's going to handle that. You're going to need a policy over here anyway. But the point of it is most of us eventually go home. You never know when you're going to need that insurance. That's why they call it insurance. If everybody knew when they were going to need it, they would sign up the day before. But you don't know. But it's irresponsible, man. It's like, why would you cheat yourself? You worked all those years on the concrete floor, knocking on doors, whatever your job was over there in America. Now they give you a good insurance policy that you're certainly going to need as you get older. Don't you know with Part B, that's what you need to see your doctor or to see a specialist. And you're just going to throw it away? So then when you go back to America and you need to go to the emergency room or the ambulance, you got to pay for it out of your pocket. Are you stupid? It's going to cost you so much more, man. You can possibly go bankrupt. Over $200 a month, man. Y'all better quit listening to them. Okay? I mean, you guys are giving some bad information when it comes to that. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I would never, ever in my wildest dreams tell somebody to give up their Part B unless they have VA. Okay? That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story now. Because now you don't need the Part B. You got your VA when you're at home. Anybody else, you ignorant to do that. And you deserve everything you got coming to you. Trying to save that little $200. Oh, yeah, you got a different plan, though. You got a different plan. That's not Medicare, really. But it goes along with Medicare. Yeah, all of them are evil. You know, somebody sent me I'm going to get off here, but somebody sent me a link, and it had Obama, Bush, Clinton, and who else is still alive? Now, it certainly wasn't Biden. But anyway, I was like, all these motherfuckers is crooks. All of them is complicit in the destruction of America. You know, they talk about Trump and all the money he's taken from private interests and Israel and all these Israeli lobbyists. Clinton did it too. Okay? All of them complicit. Yeah, it just depends. You know, Medicare's got that limit. Everybody doesn't pay the same. But I think it's like over 100. I believe it's up to 180,000. If you make anything over that, then you're going to pay a different amount. But everybody doesn't pay the same amount. If you're earning more, you know, then your Part B is going to cost more. If you're earning less, see, some of you guys, some of the guys who come over here and give away their Part B, they don't realize that their income is so low that they can get the state to pay their Part B. That's something you should look into. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Of course they do. Free college too. Well, you know, it depends. Okay, remember your health. Buy your health insurance, Alvin. But here's what I want you to do. Go under any video of mine. Michael Onstadt is the guy that you talk to. He can give you all that information. I'm retired. Okay? even though I still got my license, he's the man to talk to. I put his information because it's very important. I put it in at the top of my comment section. Because that's the one thing that we go without over here. I try to go without. Bullshit. Bullshit. He ain't for no people. You don't know what you're talking about. He's all for Israel. This is Israel's war. We ain't got no... Iran doesn't pose a threat to us. They were not closer to getting an atomic weapon and all that stuff, man. Come on, guys. I'm not even going to talk about that. That's right. You don't know what he's talking about. They called him AIPAC Secure. All that money he takes. Yeah, they all did. But thank y'all, man, for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support. I like to come over here and have these type of lively discussions, man. Sometimes we just need to be reminded. But I'm going to finish this, though, because it's a couple on here that's really going to, you can relate to them, and some of you guys need to hear this. I already said this, live and let live, but I'm going to say it again. Allow people to have their dreams, guys, their opinions, their perspectives, and enjoy their time in this life, man. There's more than one way to do things. Remember, a mind works best when it's open, man. It's like a parachute. Okay, here's what Thomas said. He always likes to challenge himself. Challenge yourself, guys. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. I read that on the t-shirt here in the Philippines. I'm walking. Filipino had it on the back of his shirt. But challenge yourself, man. Do something that's going to push you, man. It's really going to it's going to take all the effort you got. It's going to make you think. Use your strength, man. You know. Do something you're afraid to do. If you're afraid to fly, go on and get on the damn plane. If you're afraid to say hello to the girl in the lunch line, just say hello to her. Do something you're afraid to do, guys. If you want to revive your retirement in your life, man, to get out of that rut. The rut in the grave is the same thing, guys. You know, you're already dead. And remember the time you won. This is real important. You get down on yourself. Oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can. You've done it before. When the guy talking about deporting me, man, do you think I stay up late at night shivering, wow, they're going to deport me? Because wherever I go, I'm going to win. Because I've done it before. They got you thinking it's easy to make it over here. Talk to Saran a lot. I'm talking about guys who stay over here 24/7. We don't take a break and go home. You think it's easy? Try it. Do it. That's why so few people do it. They need a break. They go home for 3 months, 6 months. There's nothing wrong with that. But they want you to think it's easy over here. And they come over here and fall on their face. That's why I give big respect to people, man, who've left it all behind. For one reason or other, they decided, look, this ain't for me. I'm only going to be here a short time. Life is hard as it is. Then I'm going to die. So I might as well do what I want to do now and enjoy myself, guys. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Yeah, he said, take your own advice, Q. Yeah, right. Q's mad because he's not getting any pussy right now. Okay? Which is diabolical. In his words, that's madness. When you used to getting it every night, now all of a sudden, you beating yourself half to death, imagining you with her, and then you got to look yourself in the mirror, wipe the damn cum off your hands and all that, man, you embarrassed. I done did it again. I said I wasn't going to do it. He's sitting up there. You know I'm telling the truth. You promised yourself I wasn't going to do it anymore. And you done did it again. Yeah. Then some of you guys go out and get Viagra. Think about that just to beat off. Then you get you a bucket of popcorn. It's going to be a long night. I'm going to watch a few Netflix specials and beat myself to death. Take care, y'all.